All right, g'day everyone and welcome to episode 558 of Aussie Tech Edge. Yes, we're back for another week. It is the 9th of November 2017 and what coming up pretty soon is Remembrance Day. So don't forget to do your minute silence at 11 a.m. No matter where you are, stand up and remember the fallen. That'd be good little tech heads of you. All right, thanks for joining us. You would have heard, yes, the athwebhosting.com.au, Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting. Jump on that if you want some domain registrations. Easy WordPress install, easy Joomla install, easy Drupal install. It's all there. Just take it as you wish. All right, we've got a few stories to get through tonight, and I'll tell you about the Facebooks and all that again a bit later, because we want to get into the co-hosts tonight. We've got a bit of a full house. We'll go around the table, but I'll tell you who's here first. It is Warlock as usual. Eric's back for a week, and Milo. But let's start with Warlock because he's first. Jace, how you going?
Hey, good mate. Yeah, we got a special show on our radio station this weekend. Usually we have about a few shows a day, but there's a lady who's going to start in the morning and do Remembrance Day for the whole day, so it should be really good.
Okay, so what does she do?
The whole day's going to be silent.
Yes.
Well, that makes
You need
sense.
to listen to the sounds of silence.
Yes.
Wasn't that a song?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm just turning my headphones down because people are screaming in them. Now, it's not a producer, don't worry. We don't have those here. Yeah, okay, that's good. So what is she going to do? Like, what's that entail, do you know? Like, what's the programming? Is it just some songs and some crosses around the country? Or that'd be hard to fill a day in.
Yeah, she's going to be. I think she talks about Remembrance Day over the years and plays a lot of the old-timer music and that sort of thing.
Oh,
Play
okay.
the Gallipoli themes, the opening thing song, you know, that...
Chariots of Fire or whatever it is.
Yeah, that one, whatever.
Dun, 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 dun,
The
dun.
trumpet one.
Yeah. Your legs are like springs or something. Isn't that what he
Last
says?
Post.
Yeah, there'll be a couple of those, I guess.
The whole day, the last post. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Auto repeat.
Yeah, you'd remember that day for sure.
Oh,
Now, Eric, how you going?
I'm doing very well, sir.
That's good. We
Who's
haven't.
that?
Yeah, we haven't seen you for a while.
Who was that?
It's been I'd say you haven't seen me for a semester.
Yes,
How's that sound?
that's right. I was nearly thinking about taking you off the podcast cover. You know?
No, don't do that.
Demoted.
Who are you going to put on, Will?
Yeah.
You put on Will. No, actually, that'll just be just you on there then.
No,
Me and
Warlock. Me and Warlock. We'll carry
Me
the
and Glenn
torch.
and the other top two podcasters.
I'll just make mine a shrunken head in the background.
Yes. Oh, look, I'll never take you off, Eric. You're good.
Oh, thanks, mate.
The peeps love you. They love you. And and Milo, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. How am I sounding? All right.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all.
He's put me to shame with his nice little background there, and I've got this green on the wall.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
Mucus.
not only doing it.
Yeah, your background's looking really good. Have you got a light in front of you too, Milo?
I've got about 3 lights in front of me. I got about 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
Glenn never has
4,
any, so he
5.
always comes up looking like he's been out getting a tan.
Well, that's the way I like it. I've had to. I turn the colour up on my camera, you know, just to make my eyes stand out. You know,
Possessed like a devil.
that's right. You know, you got to do what you can, don't you? Now, what's been going on, Milo? What have you been up to?
Oh, doing my Twitch TV thing, 4 nights a week, plus my radio show on Friday night still. So
Right.
another
Do
radio
you stream
show.
on your Twitch?
Yeah, it's Twitch TV, Captain Milo Guy Adventures. Just search for me on that. It's all on miloguy.com. So
What do you do on there? What are you streaming?
I do a lot of American truck simulation, flight sims, adventure games. I've just been playing Assassin's Creed, the Origins ones on Xbox, so that's been pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
And I spent about 7 hours in one level the other night on Call of Duty, the new World War II one.
Oh, jeez. So, 7 hours. I don't know if I could do that. Oh, yeah.
Did you wear an adult nappy? Is that what you did?
I've got a couple of those.
He's got a
I
fridge,
bet you have.
fridge next to him as well. You just reach over there, grab some snacks.
Just grab a Pepsi or something, you know.
No, your arm's getting decapitated. Don't do that.
Yeah,
on
what
camera.
happens there? What happened with that?
Oh, that's
I lost it in the war.
Yeah, in World War II.
Oh, war injury. All right, so that's
Yeah.
good. So, catch Milo there. What's radio station, Milo? Shell, hey?
Triple UFM.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Shoalhaven Community Radio, but it's all on mylogo.com.
Okay.
By tech heads.
Lovely. Oh, that's right. Good stuff. Now, now you and the other Jace there, Warlock, you don't, programs don't collide. Use it on separate times.
Wow.
Oh, that's
I'm
all right.
usually on Friday nights.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So that you're safe for the ratings. You're not competing with each other.
Mine's Wednesday nights. Yeah.
Right. Good. You don't have to share it. All right.
No.
That's good. Let's
We're
get.
not on the same station.
No, that's right. All right. Don't forget to Facebook at facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads and youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads. And if you want to do us on Twitter, it's at Aussie Tech Heads, or mine is at Glenn Goodman, or at Warlock, or at Eric Franco with a K. You still doing Twitter, Eric? You still doing all that stuff?
Oh, it's on there. I mainly stalk people though. That's it.
Yeah, fair enough too. It's going to.
He didn't turn Donald Trump off the other day, did he, Eric?
No, mate,
That's who it was.
but Barack Obama's still following me, so I don't know what's going on there.
That's
He had to go to jury duty.
yeah. He's
I unfollowed him, but he's still following me.
Did he? Is it an auto follow bot? Did you follow him and then it just auto followed you?
No. Yeah, he doesn't follow everybody. I don't know why he's following me.
Really? Oh, well, there you go.
Probably because I'm
zero.
No, he probably because I'm a minority in his eyes. So, he only likes minorities, doesn't like white people.
Oh, I've got no chance. I've got no
Is it
chance.
the real Obama?
Yeah, it's the real one.
It's a deep state operative. You better look out.
It's probably following me. I've been slagging him off for years.
It's an ATO auditor.
Is that why we're getting all those emails?
Yeah, in disguise. Yeah, he's pretending he's Obama. All right, and don't forget the paper, which comes out twice a day, aussietechheads.com.au/paper, and of course the radio at aussietechradio.com for the instructions, or you just download your TuneIn Radio app across any platform you like and search for Aussie Tech Radio. And we're also on Spotify if you want to listen to us on there. Aussie Mac Zone, Obsidian Loft, Alpha Geeks, and Aussie Tech Security. If you've got a Mac question or an iPhone question like Milo has, just send Michael a note at the Aussie Mac Zone, and he'll be more than happy to answer it to the best of his ability. So he's very knowledgeable, old Michael. Now, let's get into some stories, eh? How about this one? Telstra is going to compensate 42,000 customers because of the slow NBN. Now this came out the other day, and apparently Optus has jumped on board as well. Probably not voluntarily, but
No. Thank you, ACCC.
yes. Can we get a part of that? Can we have some of that action?
Does anyone know how much they keep talking about refunds? Do the right thing. How much is it?
A month's worth or a couple of months worth?
Well, yes. Who
Well,
knows?
what we do? Give me 2 years for free.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon we'll see. I'll tell you the problem. What's been happening is that they bring out the NBN plans and they say, okay, the plans are 100 down, 40 up, or you might go for whatever it is, 50 down, 20 up, or 20 down, 5 up, or something like that.
5 up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the 100 down, 40 up. Now, apparently, if you're on the fibre to the node. Or fibre to the basement, I think it was something like that.
Fiber to my premises.
That's what I got.
Yep.
But that's not included in this.
Which
problem.
one did you get, Glenn?
Well, I haven't got any yet. I'm on HFC.
Sorry, I should bring
I've got fibre to shove it up your ass.
And you got that much fibre, you are constipated.
Didn't they do that in the Matrix?
Probably.
Fibre, special K.
Yeah, special fibre. No, it's only fibre to the node. I'm sure it said it was. I thought it was fibre to the basement or something as well.
That's never going to work. Fibre to the node, you might as well just kept the ADSL where it was.
It's supposed to go a bit.
Because it's pointless to you're on a freeway and suddenly you go down a one-way street.
It's not even on a street.
Yeah. So Yeah. So anyway, what happens is that there is apparently a physical, or with this technology, it was physically impossible in real world conditions to be able to achieve 140. So, and then even when they dropped the plan down to the next one down, people still couldn't get, the speeds, physically get the speeds offered by that plan either. So it's like there's like
what's the fastest they say you could get on the node theoretically? Even though they say 140, what's the real life?
Well,
probably 25.5 or something.
That's
I think
what I would have thought.
We'll
ADSL
get
speed.
something like 30 to 5 or something like that.
He's on the node, is he?
Yeah, in his new house.
So the ACCC said that the limitations of the national network's fibre to the node and fibre to the building services meant that customers that had purchased internet plans advertised with maximum download speeds of 100 megabits and upload speeds of 40 megabits per second were not actually able to achieve those speeds in real-world scenarios.
We're all shocked here, Glenn.
They said that 26,497 or 56% of Telstra customers with fibre to the node connections that purchased 140 plans could not achieve those speeds, and 9,606 of those customers couldn't achieve the next tier down of 50 down 20 up. So...
Jesus.
Yeah, so there's problems. There's problems there. So I'm not sure, what the refund is going to be. Telstra's going
Well, the other problem is, too, the NBN are now throwing it back to the telco, saying, it's slow because you're not buying enough bandwidth.
Yeah, that's
It's like, well,
also
hang on a
true.
minute. You can buy all the bandwidth in the world. If you're on an 8-lane freeway and suddenly you come to a screeching halt because you're going down a one-way street, it wouldn't matter how much bandwidth they're buying. You're not going to be able to use it.
No,
Right,
that's...
to answer your question, IINet have got a graph with a table there to tell you the different things, and it says fibre to the node basic plan, you can get 5 to 12 download, 1 up. Boosts, which is a bit faster, 5 to 25, maximum 12 to 100, but I don't think you'll get that. They are advertising 100, but it says between 12 and 100, so maybe they're trying to cover themselves there.
I don't know.
I'd say so.
I know, Eric, you're a fan of bonding, and I don't know if you heard last week's show, I think it was, that...
Likes what? Oh, we're
No,
not getting
I
into
didn't
that
hear.
part of his life. Hang on. What?
Hang on, let me put the leather and the whips away.
So
Get rid of the suit there.
you can bond, because I know you bond your ADSL, or you used to bond your...
Yeah, at the office, I bond, yeah.
Yeah, so you can bond NBN.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, apparently. So, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
the other thing with IONet, right? The other thing too, if you've got business premises, actually, even if you don't have business premises, you tell them it's a business premise. You can go on their business plan, which is a little bit. I think it's about the same price as the residential.
Yeah.
But they have the upload speed. They have Annex M, right?
Yep.
So that automatically it's 2 megabits automatically Annex M, right?
Right.
Give or take distance from the exchange.
Yep.
But if you've got 2 lines at 2 with ADSL, you can get 4 theoretically. I get about 3.5 at 3.2 at the office.
That's all right. Geez, that's
on
pretty
bonded
good.
ADSL, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it bonds the download speed as well. So because I'm a fair distance from the exchange, I only get 12 down, but
Right.
bonded it's about 20.
Yes, okay. Yeah, well, that's not bad. Like
20 down and about 3 and a bit up.
that up speed's faster than mine. Because mine just cable. I'd be getting, if nothing else.
2.2.
Yeah, 2.2, 2.4. Because, you got the cable at home, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but it's still, look, I had another story. Did I pull that story in? I think I might have.
Before you go a bit further, I found Gizmodo got the answer. They said, taking 69,000 properties measured so far by my NBN across 8 trial areas, the average connection speed of fibre to the node NBN line is 46 megabits per second.
All right. Well, as long as they're not paying for 100, that's fine.
Yeah. But the problem was they were saying, hey, pay us for 100 and we'll give you 100, but they there's
can't.
no way they could.
Well, apparently.
It's a disaster.
Well, I heard somewhere today that you should be, even fibre to the premise, I think you should realistically be able to shave 20% off the plan, the top of your plan speed, and that's what you're likely to get.
I get 80, between 80 to maybe 86.
Yeah, well, you should be getting a discount.
I get normally around about 95, between 95 and, like, if it's a real bad day, depending on Netflix users and all that, it's about 40, the worst I've had.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing, too, is that they did, part of that survey was when it comes to peak streaming times, which is 7 to 11, Telstra was the best.
That's what I had too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've got that article
I'm not getting
in my
off.
notes.
Yeah,
There's no way I'm getting off Telstra.
No, I've been quite happy with TPG because of the unlimited up and downloads. Because of
Yeah,
being,
TPG are okay.
Yeah.
They're all right.
But I think when it comes to it, you just got to do your homework, haven't you? When you're going to the NBN, and it just seems that like with the Telstra, that because they probably own most of the gear, they've probably just got the most throughput.
Well, TPG bought IONET, don't forget, and IONET owned all their own gear.
Yeah.
So that's why they've got...
TPG.
Yeah.
So I thought TPG at one stage were going to lay down their own NBN at some stage.
No, they've got
They talked about it. Yeah.
but they did
Fiber.
they
to
did
the
buy
basement.
pipe. They bought Pipe Networks, which is the main cable to
That's
Asia.
right.
Is owned by TPG.
Yeah. There's,
Look, I've just checked my NBN. Looks like they've moved me up a bit, Glenny.
yes, I've been moved up too. I've been moved up to January to March.
Me too.
Oh, nice.
Because it was April to June.
Well, mine was June to October or something.
See, originally I was supposed to be getting fibre to the node originally when we had Tony Abbott around, but then I don't know, the changing of governments or something, that we ended up getting fibre to the premise.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know how that worked.
that's obviously the optimum if you can get it, isn't it? So I think Warlock, you've got fibre to the premises.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you can consistently get good speeds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think so who knows what's going to happen with HFC?
Well, I
of
just
it.
hope that they don't screw up this coax, because I'm getting 100 now,
Yeah,
Down.
I know. Yes.
right?
But
And
you
all
guys
I
still
want
on
is,
the uploads though, don't you?
yeah, that's right. I just want to say, look, if you can fix the uploads to 20, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why can't they,
Yeah,
realistically?
I'd hate for them to you hybrid fiber, and then suddenly go, oh, you're on 20 down, 5 up. Good one.
It's happening.
That's
That's the problem. It has been happening. People have had 100 and 100 down and like 20 up, and then they get the NBN and suddenly they're 20 down and 5 up maximum.
Oh, well, I'm going to stick with Telstra just in case.
Yeah.
I've got a story to go along with to back up what Eric was saying.
Yes.
What was I saying? I can't remember.
Talking about the speed. Optus is the best fixed line internet service provider in Australia for download speed overall, while Telstra is the best during peak hour times when network congestion is at its highest. That's what you were saying.
Yep,
Meanwhile,
right.
Telstra is the best for mobile data speeds overall, including during peak hour. It's according to speed testing data from second and third quarters of this year from Ookla, which operates speedtest.net, one of the internet's most popular speed testing tools. For fixed line broadband, Optus came out on top overall as the fastest provider with an average download speed of 24.12 Mbps and average upload of 8.48. It was followed by Telstra, TPG, iiNet, and iPrimus. During peak hour, 7 to 11 p.m., however, Telstra came out as the winner with average download speeds of 21.96 and upload speeds of 7.7. For mobile, Telstra came out on top for speeds overall, followed by Vodafone and then Optus. Telstra average download speeds of 44.20 megabits a second and upload speeds of 14.32. Meanwhile, mobile mapping company OpenSignal said its latest state of LTE report released last week, covering January 1 until March 31, had Australia ranked 19 in the world for 4G mobile availability, with 79.26% availability, and 10th for 4G download speeds, 33.76 on average across all carriers. OpenSignal's 4G availability tracks how often 4G subscribers in a country have access to 4G signal. In the Ookla testing, Wollongong came out on top for the best fixed line speeds in Australia overall.
The Gong.
Because no one in Wollongong can afford the internet. So there's only 2 people on it.
It has to go downhill into Wollongong down the big steep hill, so the data speeds up through the...
It's like a snowball. Yeah, they call it the snowball
exactly.
internet. Yes. That's probably what happens.
Don't Google for snowball and internet, please.
Now, look, I'm going to show you something. This is a speed test on a mobile phone on a Wi-Fi signal in America, all right?
Yep.
So just hang on there, and you'll be very, very surprised at what they can get compared to the rubbish speeds we can get. Can you see that?
Not yet. Oh, yep.
Ooh.
237 down.
40, yeah, 32 up.
Ping of 16. It's nice.
That's all
That's
right.
on a Wi-Fi. Bloody Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
And have you noticed?
What state is that?
Hey, it's
What state?
AT&T.
well, it's AT&T. I don't know what state that is.
Oh.
Take that. That's it. Take that off full screen.
And he's only got 2 bars of signal on 4G.
Yeah. Well, what I've noticed is when you can you take that off full screen, Eric? Please.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh.
Not easy with this problem. Hang on. Call tech support.
That's it. Yeah, thanks. What I'm noticing is that when you see the pictures of or the screenshots of people, on the NBN and all this sort of stuff, like the ping is like 24s and like early 20s, and like on the cable, like I've seen my ping down to like 8 and 9. So
I've been on a good day. I've at midnight to be 3.
Yeah, well, I guess you're like in the city, Sydney city, so yours should be good. But
mine's 4 at the moment.
Well, that's good. That's good. But you look at all the photos of
very good.
of the screen tests of people on NBN, the screenshots, the caps, and they're all like 20s. What's yours, Warlock?
I just did a test from my new Samsung Galaxy S8 since the last one died, and I had to get it replaced by Telstra this week. About 18, just on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah, that's So I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe people are doing the screen caps on a Wi-Fi. I'll check that out. I'll cast my eye and see what they're using when they do those things.
Also, my daughter's probably streaming YouTube at the moment or something.
Mine's showing 90 down at the moment on Wi-Fi on the iPad.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
how's your ping time?
About 7.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good.
30 up.
Yeah, all right. Well, I think, have we finished with that one? I think that's pretty much done. Are we finished bitching about NBN?
Yeah.
I'm sure we can come up with something else to complain about.
I know. Did you want to have another go, Milo?
Oh, I was just saying, you hear a lot of horror stories in regards to the NBN. But I must be one of the lucky ones that have actually had a good story. You guys know what it was like for me to try and talk to you guys about 18 months ago.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
I couldn't have done any of this.
A couple of cans with a bit of string between them.
Oh, worse
Something
than
like
that. Yeah, worse than that.
And like Eric was always saying, when you get the NBN, Milo, and all that sort of stuff. And, I listened back.
And he's got it now.
I know.
He's got it now. So,
Yeah.
And because I do a lot of Twitch TV gaming streaming, I can actually game with people in Norway and UK and USA, and it's just like chatting to you guys.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Only with different accents.
Well, that's true.
And different smells. Now,
Well, I don't know about that. It's not really-
And hairy armpits on the women.
now, all right, Warlock, what have you found this week that you thought you'd want to have a chat about?
Well, there's a couple that can go together here. A survey by venture capital firm Blockchain Capital found that about 30% of those in the 18 to 34 age range would rather own $1,000 worth of Bitcoin than $1,000 worth of government bonds or stocks.
Oh,
Shock. A study of more than 2,000 people found that 42% of millennials are at least somewhat familiar with Bitcoin, compared with 15% among those aged 65 and up. Bitcoin rose more than 6% Wednesday to as much as $7,545 US, helping to push the value of the total cryptocurrency market above $200 billion for the first time, according to CoinMarketCap. The digital asset has soared more than 600% this year, compared with gains of 15% for the S&P 500 index, which may explain millennials' attraction.
Have you you dived into Bitcoin, Eric? You were going to think about it. Oh, hang on. He's gone. You're gone.
He's muted.
You're muted. He's muted. All right. Well, we'll come back to him when he finds.
Mutated.
There he is. Okay. There he is. Yeah.
No. I haven't had time to get my air cooled server room going to make $5.
Right. Fair enough.
I got half of an Ethereum when it was $260, and now it's $415. And I got one Litecoin when it was $50, and now it's $83. So it's not doing too bad.
That's all right. I can't get over that.
So you're up to about $290.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose they're growing faster.
So you could pay, what's that, 3 months worth of NBN?
Yeah.
Better than a kick in the pants. Better than a kick in the pants.
Yeah.
I wonder
if I didn't have to do anything.
Is Telstra going
to my favorite kind of work?
Is Telstra going to offer a refund in Bitcoin to those
That's
NBN customers? Yeah.
We see a lot of scam emails where they're saying to pay for services via Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's government agencies
It's too.
You've been fined so much money. Please go to this Bitcoin website. And
Yeah, right.
government.
It's too hard.
You know what I've been getting lately? I've been getting a lot of emails saying, you haven't nominated a driver of a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Anyone
Right.
been getting those?
I've had.
They come through a lot.
No, I haven't.
I don't get them specifically, but I see them in work stuff.
Yeah, pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
All right. Did you have another one that went with that one, Warlock?
Yeah, so you need to be a bit careful if you do decide to invest in the Bitcoin and those kind of cryptocurrencies. $300 million cryptocurrency accidentally lost forever due to a bug. User mistakenly takes control of hundreds of wallets containing cryptocurrency Ether, destroying them in a panic while trying to give them back.
So what happens there? There's no insurance. They're just lost.
Gone. Yep.
That's ridiculous.
More than $300 million of cryptocurrency has been lost after a series of bugs in a popular digital wallet service led one curious developer to accidentally take control of and then lock up the funds. Unlike most cryptocurrency hacks, however, the money wasn't deliberately taken. It was effectively destroyed by accident. The lost money was in the form of Ether, the tradable currency that fuels the Ethereum distributed app platform, and was kept in digital multi-signature wallets built by a developer called Parity. These wallets require more than one user to enter their key before funds can be transferred. On Tuesday, Parity revealed that while fixing a bug that let hackers steal $32 million out of a few multi-signature wallets, it had inadvertently left a second flaw in its systems that allow one user to become the sole owner of every single multi-signature wallet.
Wow.
The user DevOps 199 triggered the flaw apparently by accident. When they realized what they had done, they attempted to undo the damage by deleting the code which had transferred ownership of the funds. Rather than returning the money, however, that simply locked all the funds in those multi-signature wallets permanently with no way to access them. This means that currently no funds can be moved out of the multi-sig wallets.
Wow.
Effectively, a user accidentally stole hundreds of wallets simultaneously and then set them on fire in a panic trying to give them back. We're analysing the situation. We'll release an update with further details shortly.
So I guess there's no.
You know, the next thing they're going to have, someone should do this quickly. Bitcoin insurance.
Yep.
Yeah, but geez.
Start that business, Eric. You're going to clean up.
Oh, look, you know, I don't have the capital to start. I'm just the ideas guy.
So
Apparently, you don't need capital to start. You just go, "Hey, I'm a cryptocurrency business."
Yeah, but I'm not going to insure some cryptocurrency for $300 million. Who's going to underwrite that? Not
There are a
chance.
couple of guys, I think in the US and they started a cryptocurrency business, didn't know anything about programming and not much about cryptocurrency, got about $100 million of investment and then bought a bunch of cars and stuff and then people
See you
found out, they're like, hang on, these guys don't know anything about cryptocurrency. And in fact, they've been in trouble with the law before. And so they stood down from their business but kept the money.
oh, nice.
But they'd be in jail. That's fraud.
You'll have to come to it at some stage. Yeah, everyone knows who they are, so it's not like they can hide.
So how do you
Idiot.
with the I don't know if this is a myth or not. Eric, you probably know, but wasn't it in the old days or even now? You know, when the government, say the Australian government, hands out or makes $5 notes, $10 notes, makes money, that they have to have that amount of money they're making in gold coin reserve.
No,
They don't do
anymore.
that
That
anymore.
hasn't been like that in years.
Oh, okay.
The gold standard, for every dollar printed, you're supposed to have a matching dollar in gold,
Yeah.
which is what keeps inflation down.
Yes, right.
But they don't do that anymore.
They just print.
And they should have, because see, they wouldn't be printing money, and they wouldn't be in so much debt. Because if they get rid of gold standard, the government just prints money and goes into more debt. And the same with the US, but there's not enough gold in the world to pay that back.
yeah.
So it's probably a bad thing that they dropped the
So
the
how?
gold standard.
So how? If you're if you're a crypto digger or miner or whatever, how would you say account for that in your accounting? Like, you know how everything's got to be a debit or a credit. So
It'd be a cost. It'd be like foreign currency or any investment. You bought it for 5. Today it's worth 20. So it's an unrealized gain, and you don't pay tax or anything like that until you actually sell the currency.
yeah, right. Yeah.
So it's just valued on a daily basis, but an unrealized gain.
I think that's too complicated for me. I can't get
It's the
it.
same as if you bought like shares or something and it's worth $5. You bought the 20 shares and then it's worth $20, but you haven't sold them, so you haven't
They
made
haven't
any
sold
profit.
them. Yeah,
But-
you haven't made any money on paper
But it's
until you
like
sell it.
So how would you account, like if you went out to the backyard and dug up a tin of $50 notes, say $5,000 worth, that is just yours. You just bring it in as capital. That's just yours.
Yeah,
it's just there.
basically, yeah.
Right, okay.
You want to hear a funny story about something like that, Glenn?
Yes.
Your example was very amusing there. My one of my relatives collects all the different old coins and stuff, the pennies and stuff like that. And was also collecting 50-cent pieces that had like Princess Di and stuff like that on it. So my dad's uncle, who's now deceased, bought $300 worth of 50-cent coins. Well, he changed it at the bank. He took $300 to the bank and said, "Give me 50-cent coins for $300 worth."
Wow.
So he took it home, put it in a glass jar, and then he's like, "Well, I'm not going to see this person again for a while, so until I can go through and see which coins they want," because they wanted them to have all the different types of coins for their collection. So he said, "Okay, I'm not going to see him for a while. I don't want to keep $300 of coins in the house. I'll just bury it in the back garden." So he went out to the back garden, digs a hole, puts a glass jar in there, covers it up, and then a few months later, he's forgotten where it was, and then he sold the house.
Oh, no.
And
Oh,
whoever has bought that house one day is going to do the gardening, digging up to put in some roses or something. He's like, "Clunk, what's that?" Oh,
Is that a money tree?
$300 in coins in the back.
I'll tell you what, about 20 years ago, I had the round 50-cent coins, right? They were pretty rare.
Yeah.
Although I had 10 of them.
Yeah, I had 10
and
of
they were, I got them for about $1. And I sold them 20 years ago for $7.50 each.
Oh, really?
I don't know what they're worth now.
I had
no
10
idea.
myself. I don't know what I've done with them. I've still got them somewhere. I have to find them. That's all right.
Check your kid's bedroom.
No, this is a long time ago. But, but all right. So that's what happens with money in the backyard. You gotta dig it up before you leave. Now, Milo, you got a story here about Twitter. Are they actually... what are they doing there?
Where did I find it? Yeah. Just let me bring up the story. Yeah, Twitter no longer the, what is it, normal 120 characters or whatever it is?
140.
140, sorry.
140, yep.
Yeah, and so eventually now they're going to move to 280 character limit.
Mine has, yep.
Oh, just make it a Word document. Get her and done with, for God's sake.
Can we get Clippy as well? No?
We love Clippy.
I know. Yeah, sorry, Milo.
Anyway, yeah, Twitter's iconic 140 character limit for tweets is no more. The move that could affect which ideas you can express on the platform, the amount of scrolling you have to do on your Twitter app and usual stuff, you know. So that's all changing. So we'll be able to do extra lines and probably add links and stuff as well.
Well, we got to.
Well, you know, can you imagine all the rants now?
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
All the, well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we had to do something because we had to keep up with the Chinese because, like, you know,
What's that got to do with anything?
Chinese food.
No, because, you know, like the Chinese, they were getting 140 characters as well, but one character in their language is about 5 words.
Like,
you know,
that's true.
in our language,
That's
so
true.
they're writing whole novels in their tweets, and we're stuck with 140 characters. See?
That's
Yeah,
why
that's
why
what I
the
was saying.
Chinese were always much better at mathematics than people with the English language because it takes us longer to think of numbers. For us, it's like 125,469, and there's like
Their language is based on maths. That's why they're so good at it.
Everything's
Yeah.
always just the single numbers:
Single.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 6.
Yeah, right.
Not
right.
124,000. It slows down your brain when you're calculating.
Slows my brain down anytime when I'm trying to work
But I
it out.
had Chinese friends when I was working in Sydney, and they said, "You know that how the Chinese supposed to be better at math?" Yeah, I'm not. That's not all of it.
Not all of them.
Not
they
all of
reckon,
them.
during the 280 character test, only 1% of the tweets hit the limit, and many tweets stayed below the 100 characters. There's a graph there with the link and everything.
Yeah, I think it was good. I think 140 was good. I haven't tested the 280, but, you know, it just made you really concise, didn't it? And to the point.
It did. Which was succinct. Succinct to the point without the fluff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
like
don't become,
Facebook.
the minister of dithering, like Turnbull.
That's
Like
right.
on Facebook, where it's just all over the place.
Oh, people just bang on.
Oh, don't they? Don't they? Page after page.
Don't they ever.
Now, did you have any stories, Eric, or you're just chiming in?
Once upon a time, no, I don't have any stories.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if you put any in or
There
not.
was this young boy called Eric.
Now, listen.
Not so young anymore.
Now, TPG's been fined $360,000 for
Damn.
spamming customers. Now, I don't know. I know it's no good, but is it a bit harsh or what? For not properly unsubscribing customers who have opted out of receiving marketing emails.
Well, that could be a system error. What's the problem?
Yeah, an investigation.
What's it?
A bit rough.
I don't think I've got any.
No, but like,
I've never got any.
no, well, I don't think I have either. But I mean, like, who would really? Do people write letters about spam?
The outrage industry. One person probably got 2 in a week and right, that's it.
That's it. Lollies, chuck
So
them.
they had 280 characters to complain about it.
That's right.
So the investigation found through customer complaints that TPG breached the Spam Act of 2003, finding that the telco did not properly unsubscribe requests in April this year. So it's only 1 month. So there must, there's obviously a system error, and can't they just fix it and move on? But
I wonder if TPG are going to appeal that.
yeah,
It hasn't said anything, has it? I would be.
consumers have the right to expect their requests to unsubscribe from marketing messages will be respected. Commercial electronic messages must not be sent without the consent of the account holder. I mean, it's not hard just to click the spam button, and then that's probably about the last time you'll see it. Click out the
Oh,
And on
couple
the
of
bottom of those is if you want to unsubscribe, click here. And a lot of these people, they said, oh, God, I keep getting these. And they think, well, mate, scroll down to the bottom and unsubscribe, you moron.
But I think what's going on here is that the people have been doing that, but they haven't been unsubscribed. And that,
Yeah, can they prove it, though? Can it be
I just
proven?
make a filter. Email
Yeah.
from TPG, go to delete.
I just I get a few. If I unsubscribe from something and I've done it like 3 or 4 times, then I'll just go spam, and that pretty much stops it. After a little while, you spam it.
It
Yeah,
also
pretty much.
trains systems like the ones our company use that any emails that look like that are spam if enough people do it, so it'll automatically go to spam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
They
right.
use a
Exactly.
distributed anti-spam
Well,
system. It's
I
not
usually-
just putting it in your spam folder, it's training that company's servers, and if they use the distributed service, it'll train all of them that all of those TPG emails
That's
are
right.
spam. So
It
eventually,
doesn't take long for spam
do it.
filters to educate the PCs.
No.
Yep.
Were you going to say something, Milo?
Yeah, I use Gmail or majority of the time, and all I do is if I see something that I don't like, I'll just hit the report as spam and then put it in the spam folder, because I think it deletes it every couple of days or something.
Oh, yeah, regularly. I don't know what the time frame
Something
is.
like that.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, spam. That's enough.
Just, yeah, people,
So that'll
grow up,
train
grow up,
Google.
everyone.
Yeah,
It'll train Google systems that all of those emails that you're sending to spam are spam.
yeah. Well,
even if they're not.
I get Microsoft some Microsoft rewards emails. They go into spam, and
Yeah.
I've never spammed them. And they just
Yeah.
pop in, and so I just go.
Yeah, so
I'd like to write a bot that for every time if I get the same email more than 3 times, I'll reply with a bot to give them a virus on their end. That's what I want.
give them a virus.
Automatic
US.
virus bot. Just a
The US is trying to make that law. If someone hacks you, then it's going to be lawful for you to hack them back.
Fair enough.
can't
Too.
wait. Can't wait.
Fair enough. Amazon. Here's someone else coming into undercut Australian retailers. Now, competition law.
About time to get rid of the Australian tax, perhaps.
Competition laws will allow Amazon to undercut local businesses with loss-making prices.
But see, they won't have to.
No, I know.
They can sell at normal prices, and they're still going to undercut them. They won't even have to drop their prices.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realise that if you sold something at loss, that it was illegal or frowned upon.
No, it depends.
No.
There's a big grey area. There's predatory pricing.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can't. For example, they don't like Woolies going into just say a small
Grocer.
country town, right?
Yeah.
And then driving the butcher, the grocer, the newsagent, and everyone out of business because they drop their prices down to 30% of cost.
Yeah.
What Walmart does in the US all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so-
Okay.
Yeah. So it's predatory pricing and all that. They can do normal competitive pricing.
Yes.
But our Amazon in Australia is pretty crap compared to the American Amazon. isn't it?
Well,
give it
they're
a while.
launching the
Give it a
official
while.
system next year.
but it's not open yet.
It's going to be full Amazon.
Their warehouses are in place.
Yes. Yeah. So it's
But their website is not open yet.
it's expected to open later this month.
It was actually supposed to be open in September, so they're a bit behind.
Right.
But that's okay.
Right.
I can wait. If actually you go to amazon.com/GP or global, it means it's sort for global something, global parties or global processing or something. If you go to that, anything on that website ships to Australia.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know
okay.
that.
I had some trouble with that Audible. Like I decided to, sign up for an account because there was a couple of books I wanted. I thought, I'll just get the free one, get those couple of books.
Not in your country.
No, it was. So, but I signed up and then I downloaded the app. I couldn't see the books, and then I was, going, what am I doing here? Then I tried to sign in. I couldn't sign in. So what was happening was they've got two stores, right? Or they've probably got more than two, but they've got the US store, the Australian store. And I was signing in to different ones, and I couldn't work out what was going on. So I rang him. I said, can I just merge these two together?
No.
Well, the girl didn't know how. She goes, yes, you can. She told me to go to a web page that didn't work. And I just thought, this is too much. Like, why are there two stores? Why can't there just be one store? And
there's
Same with
multi-stores
Netflix.
because who
Licensing.
owns distribution
I know.
rights? And
It's
that
the license distributors. They've got to follow. It's like movies.
Yes.
It's like Netflix.
Release dates here are different to release dates everywhere else.
Oh, but it sort of just frustrated me so much. I said, well, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll just operate two stores. Like, I don't care.
I just
it's
operate US only and keep it like that. Every time I log on to Amazon, it's like, oh, hey, we got an Australian one now. Click here to convert your account. I'm like, no, thank you.
No chance.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I will never do that either. I've had my Amazon US account for 17 years.
Yeah, right. Wow. Yeah, because when I was trying to merge, I'm thinking now. I'm telling her, listen, if I merge these two, it's not going to merge my AWS accounts or anything like that, is it? Like it's on.
Because everything's the
Who
same.
knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
I just said, don't worry.
One login.
Yeah, I
Now,
said
speaking of which, AWS is what?
the Amazon Web Service or something, isn't it?
What do you use that for?
Like
Servers.
yeah, computing power, servers, storage.
Oh, is that for your business?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So, like, say if people want to do,
You don't want to, don't merge just in case.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Be like that BitLocker.
Where
Yeah,
Aussie
yeah.
tech heads go? Don't know.
No, it's more like the data backups. Like that's where my backups go. It goes into the
Great backup serves good prices too.
yeah. If
You
you,
only,
don't have- I
you
don't-
only pay the incrementals, don't you, between the last backup and this one?
I think you can set it up like that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Because I send like the web servers that they'll send the account to it as a whole, as a zip.
Okay,
So it zips it up on the server and shoots it over. But yeah, like you can put it into deep storage, which costs less as well. But that's pretty reasonable. And you can get software for your computer that you can just do your normal backups. Open up an account with Amazon.
Yeah, they wiped the floor with every other one. They came out first with their storage and with their servers that you could buy cheaply and set up in a few seconds with whatever operating system you want.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is like, oh, hey, we should do that, And Microsoft is like, oh, that's a great idea. So
Yeah.
Apple and Microsoft use the AWS servers half the time for this stuff.
Yeah, well, that's right. No, that's pretty
I
good.
find AWS a bit complex to set up. Or maybe I'm just a dumb bastard.
Nah, look, they've got a lot of they've got so many different products.
That's the products. That's where I get confused. Hang on, which one do I need?
Yeah, so you just Google, you find, like, say, the storage, you get the E3 or something like that, isn't it? E3 storage or something like that. I forget the name.
EC2?
Yeah, that might be it. No, that's not it.
No, that's the
yeah.
Elastic servers.
I can't remember what they branded as now. But anyway, they branded it something. And, you just Google it. You get a YouTube, you sign up for it. And most of their products, they'll give you like a 12 months free trial.
S3.
S3, that's it.
S3,
That's it.
S3.
Yes, S3, that's the one. All right, well, we better keep moving. What, Jace, Warlock, what else have you got?
Well, this is an interesting one. Long before Drake was a powerhouse rapper, he famously got his start for his role as Jimmy Brooks on Degrassi, The Next Generation.
Hate the
Now,
Drake.
Apple is hoping the Canadian rap superstar can channel his younger actor days to help the tech giant continue its push into the world of film and television streaming. The company is planning to spend billions on video content in the next few years. Yes, billions to produce whatever shows or movies he wants to make using these funds. Drake has already strong connections to the company, with the rapper being one of the few non-Apple executives to receive major stage time when he introduced the Apple Music app at the Developer Conference in 2015. Vice President of Media Apps and Content at Apple Music, Robert Konduk, said Drake has already been one of the company's most valuable partners, with his most recent album Views being the first to exceed 1 billion plays on the service. Drake almost single-handedly helped us to become culturally relevant from the day we launched in 2015. Jimmy Iovine shared similar sentiments for the rap star. If I had a company today, I'd give it to Drake and Future to run in a minute. They're incredibly talented guys, very, very gifted. Earlier this year, Apple said it had committed $1.2 billion to procure and produce its own original content in 2018. The budget falls well short of the $7.5 billion Netflix spent this year, but according to people familiar with the plan, Apple plans to acquire and produce as many as 10 television shows. Comparatively, the amount is about half of what HBO spent on content last year, and on par with estimates of what Amazon spent when announced to move its original programming in 2013.
Love the Drake. Love the
So they're
Drake.
practically giving him a blank check.
Who's this guy?
Drake.
Don't know. I don't watch
No,
TV.
neither do I.
We got nothing there, but that's what's happening. That's what's happening anyway. Now,
They're basically giving him a blank check to
Hate
make
the Drake.
yes. Well, Apple's got the money, haven't they? They got the money.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, their share price is, I think, soon to tip them to be worth $1 trillion or something.
They're up to 900 billion. That's
Yeah.
US. So
Yes.
They're already over $1 trillion Aussie.
Yeah,
That's mad.
That's
Crazy.
they could pay our national debt off twice. That's,
They could buy some Bitcoin.
Ethereum.
Apple Bitcoin.
Ethereum.
Oh, don't give it to our government. It'll be gone in a day.
Yeah. Milo, what else have you got?
What else did I have here? Find my notes again. Sorry, guys. What are we going to do? You want to go on the next one, and I'll find another one for you.
All right, let's try. Let me see.
So I jump in,
here I
nobody's ready.
What
I
about
found it. Sorry.
go?
This one's for the Apple users. Sorry, Eric.
That's all right.
you use Apple, don't you?
Yeah, go for your life.
Yeah, anyway, Apple fans fume over frustrating in iOS 11.1 keyboard glitch. A bizarre iOS bug has left the Apple users irate after the device had stopped recognizing one of the most common words in the English language. Apparently, the word I is actually the 10th most common word, and language having it removed from your repertoire when you're texting makes life a little difficult. News website Quartz technology reporter Mike Murphy was one of the first to voice his frustration over not being able to refer to himself in the first person.
Dear.
I have a $1,150, or is that $1,495 Australian telephone and can't read the letter I, he wrote on Twitter. Clearly seeing the funny side of things. There's a link there with the Twitter as well. Plenty of other Apple customers also also took to social media to complain about the problem as well. So
I think what was happening, every time you were pushing I, a letter A and a question mark would come up.
Yeah,
So-
someone else would come up.
Correct it.
Yeah, so that's like, and I think this guy that wrote this article there, I think he went into settings and he just went, it's not in the settings. But is that bug being fixed with that update I saw that come out? Was it today or something?
Today or something, yesterday or something like that.
There was an update, yeah. So
There was an update this week, that's for sure.
yeah. But talking about iPhones, Eric, you've upgraded from a 6. I didn't think you were going down that
He's got a
path.
10.
No,
What?
an 8. That's
you
a
got an 8.
8 or 8 plus.
What do you think of it?
8 plus, 8 plus.
How-
It's all right. It's the same as a 6.
and what about the headphones?
I'm getting used to it, but the reason I've got the induction charger.
Right.
Oh, cool.
So it
What?
doesn't-
Just
over-
don't use it. Don't use the calculator to do your tax on because it's laggy and misses some of the keys you press.
Oh no, I found it okay.
Yeah, I tried one even in the Telstra store when I was there a couple of days ago. What Leo was talking about, you do 1 plus 2 plus 3, and it says 24.
Oh, that's hopeless.
All right,
You get
let
the
me try
plus
that.
because
What is it?
the animation, it's trying to fade out and fade in.
1 plus
characters-
2 plus.
If you do it slow, it'll do it. But if you
3.
do 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals,
Let me try
Okay,
it online.
1 plus 2 plus.
just don't do it really slow.
Oh yeah, 23.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me try
So
that
don't
one.
do your taxes on that one because Apple have to fix that bug.
So what is 1 plus?
I think that's the calculator they use when they're transferring their money to Jersey.
Yeah.
Well, I think. But what it's doing, I think I can see what it's doing is, it's you push 1 plus 2, and then it brings the answer to 3, and you push something. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. Don't worry.
No, I didn't do it. I'm on the 7, so
It's because the animation is slowing down its response.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying to do this cool fade out, fade in of the characters when you press them.
Now,
It's
how
not responding to the next
That's a
one.
bit stupid, isn't it?
how fast can you do that on your Android, Jace? Warlock.
It's light speed, man.
Yeah. So you haven't got a problem.
No, we don't go for none of these fancy hoity-toity animations for our calculators, son.
Oh, the Apple's lagging behind. I'll tell you.
Well, that is the problem
Yes.
because of the lag.
That's right. That's right.
It's literal.
So so you're happy, Eric? No iPhone 10
Yeah,
X.
no problem. It's fast enough.
Yeah.
1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. As fast as I could
It's
do
6
it.
plus
Did you, Eric? Did you buy outright plan? What'd you do?
outright.
Yeah. Okay. And with Telstra.
Outright. And I stayed on my Telstra $50 a month and for 8 gig plan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I moved to Aldi. Did you know that?
Did you? You tight wad.
I know. I am tight. And
You want to hear a funny story about Telstra? I went into their shop to get my replacement Galaxy S8, and this woman goes in there, and she got a Boost account, right, which is reselling Telstra.
yeah.
And
Yes.
she said, whenever I dial 101, it says, "Hello and welcome to Telstra text messaging voicemail service. Please press 1 to set up your voicemail." She said, "I don't want it to say that." And they said, "Well,
That's it.
Boost is reselling Telstra, and that's our voicemail." I said, no, you're not listening. I got a Boost phone. I haven't got a Telstra one. They're like, Boost is reselling Telstra
She's-
services. You'll always get. And she's like, "Well, I don't want it to say that thing about Telstra when I dial it." They're like, "Do you use voicemail?" No. Well, don't dial 101.
Maybe.
And you won't hear it. No, it's still going to be there. I'll still know that when I dial 101, it's going to say, "Welcome to Telstra voice message." Now I'm with Boost. So you stop trying to push me off. I don't want to get a bill from Telstra to say,
Oh my God.
you have to pay for Telstra voicemail because I don't use voicemail.
Maybe they
And
should.
It's a
everyone's
nightmare.
like,
Why are
what
they
the
taking
hell is
101?
wrong with you, lady?
Maybe she could get it changed to something like, "Hello, what flavour would you like?" or something.
what?
I don't know. Anyway, cockatoos being a pest, they're costing the NBN speed and money. The National Broadband Network Company said
Oh, now they're blaming it on cockatoos.
yeah, they
Come
are.
on.
They are. It's the
Come on.
cocky's fault.
It should be magpies, right? Magpies are around.
Oh, the dog ate my homework.
That's what's going on. Exactly what's going on. So the company said it spent tens of thousands of dollars so far fixing cables chewed by the birds. Now, the NBN is already criticised for being slow. Now, sites have been... There's some
Aren't
sites...
they supposed to be underground?
Well, that's
these
what
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's
These
what I
are
thought.
burrowing cockatoos that are burrowing underground.
It's the new species called the rat cockatoo.
And apparently, when they come back to fix it, the cocky's just got a mouthful of cable and just looks up and says, G'day, mate.
Polly want a cable. Not a cracker.
What's
Polly
up?
want a cable.
What's up, champ?
Polly want NBN. Polly want NBN.
Oh, that is the. Oh my God!
You broke Eric. Are you happy? You broke Eric.
So the NBN,
That's it. I'm out. Drop the mic. I'm gone.
the poor old NBN has had to replace power and fibre cables at a cost of tens of thousands of dollars each time. So far, they say they have spent $80,000. Poor cockies.
Jesus.
So apparently, the cockies have taken a liking to NBN cabling. So I don't know. There
This
you
is
go.
what I don't get. I don't get why, we should have had just one system right through Australia and that was it. None of this bloody
Yeah, that's right.
fibre to the premise, copper to the premise, or all this other crap.
Well, I
Should
think
have been just one way and that was it.
yeah, well, it all went back to I think that's
Telstra
the original
told,
plan. But
Tony Abbott, the copper is fine and it's going to last for centuries. So he's like, cool, I'm going to buy it. And he buys it and they went, no, it's not you, dummy. But yeah.
that's right. Just before he bought it for what was it, 11 billion or something.
Yeah.
Something.
Well, at least the cockatoos didn't chew the copper.
Yeah.
No, well, that's
Not
right.
that stupid.
No.
It's the bright green optic fibers they like, right?
Yeah, it must.
Oh, that's shocking. That's the best one so far.
So TripAdvisor has brought out icons that will identify hotels where sexual assaults have occurred. I don't know how they can probably do this, to be honest,
What?
but TripAdvisor has begun placing symbols next to hotels and resorts that have been identified as locations of sexual assault and other major concerns. Based on news reports as well as comments from TripAdvisor community, the warnings are designed to identify health, safety and discrimination issues in all of the website's travel categories. Now, I'm not sure how they can actually put these little icons on there without say a court case confirming that this is what's happened at the hotel. Could they do that?
Maybe if they get enough reports of it from enough people.
Just like,
As long
yeah.
as you're not crowdsourcing because you hate it and you go, I've got 50 friends who are all going to put that on there and have this company taken down, which possibly could happen. But if enough people, I guess, who are honest enough report it, then maybe they think it's a problem.
So
needs to be looked into.
TripAdvisor said that these badges will remain on TripAdvisor for up to 3 months. However, if the issues persist, we may extend the duration of the badge. Now, decisions to add or remove a badge will be made by an employee committee. Listings will not be removed from the TripAdvisor website regardless of the number of complaints. Then they said, we want consumers to see good and bad reviews of businesses. Well, yes, that's true. TripAdvisor issued a public apology a week ago to some lady of Dallas after the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reported that TripAdvisor had repeatedly deleted her 2010 forum post about the Paraiso Maya Resort, where she said she had been raped by a security guard. So,
Ew.
yeah, that wouldn't be a good review for him. But what are they supposed to do about it? Like, if these,
He gets fired and taken to court, but people have been sued over bad Yelp reviews, so this would be interesting to see what would happen to TripAdvisor.
well, that's right, because you can, like when we went over to the US, Kim did reviews on the motels or hotels that we stayed at, and like we were both pretty astounded how many people read these reviews. Like she's had thousands of people read.
Lucky you weren't living there.
I know
You
we got
get-
out.
You and
How
her get
many-
those emails that I get. Hi, Jason, you are in the top 10 people in your area for doing reviews. Congratulations.
But
Yeah.
how many of those reviews are real?
I think most of them. I guess. I don't know. I guess so. But we found it really useful when we were doing it. We go, oh yeah,
I always check TripAdvisor for everything.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it
I just don't
also.
know.
Yeah, that was used. So but these badges have obviously or have been used. These have been used with the Mandalay Bay listing in Las Vegas after the shooting last month.
Yeah, not a good review.
No, but what can they do about it? Like, it's not going to happen again.
No.
That's right.
I mean, unless they have cameras in every room of every hotel that you stay at, it's.
Oh, yeah, it depends who's in the room, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's issues that they still haven't found the motive for that, have they? And they still haven't
That
released
Las
footage.
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you do with that room afterwards anyway? Are they going to knock it out, rebuild it, or
I don't know.
you wouldn't want to stay there after
Well,
all that?
Yeah, well, I guess like no one was actually killed there, so
No, but it's just where all that stuff happened, I guess.
yeah, it's probably not something I'd yeah, probably wanted to stay in, I guess. Yeah. Warlock, you got any more to go?
Yeah, I can finish off with one. A driverless shuttle bus has crashed less than 2 hours after it was launched in Las Vegas. Officials had hosted an unveiling ceremony to promote what they described as the USA's first self-driving shuttle pilot project geared toward the public. And not long after it was launched, police were called to the scene of a crash between the self-operating vehicle and semi-truck. Police say the crash blocked traffic near Fremont Street Entertainment District. Las Vegas police cited the driver of the semi-truck. Officer Aiden Ocampo Gomez said the citation was for illegal backing. Police said no injuries were reported in the crash. Said one of the semi-truck's tyres tapped the front bumper of the bus, but the shuttle doesn't have any dents. City spokesman Jace Redkey said the shuttle stopped when it sensed the truck was approaching, but the truck didn't stop. Redkey says the shuttle took 2 more loops after the crash. The autonomous electric vehicle was developed by French company Navia. The oval-shaped shuttle that can transport up to 12 passengers has an attendant and computer monitor, but no steering wheel and no brake pedals. It uses GPS, electronic curb sensors, and other technology to make its way. Before the crash, dozens of people had lined up in downtown Las Vegas to get a free ride. So it wasn't the fact of the problem from the driverless shuttle. It was the fact that it stopped and the truck backed into it. So you can't really blame that on the driverless shuttle.
No, it's other driver error.
Yeah. Did you see, I think it was at NASA and Uber in talks together. To try and see if they can bring a flying car to LA by 2020. Yeah, so that'd be
the future.
Yeah, Jetsons.
Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Now, Milo, tell us about this Facebook. What they want nude photos from people.
Yeah, I think they're just doing it for security. Where's my article again? Damn it.
So Facebook apparently wants to take, or like if you got like with this to try and get out in front of all this revenge porn stuff. If you if you think you've been a victim of revenge porn, then they want you to fill out a form and then send them a picture of you in the nutty,
which somebody will look at.
Yes, and which actually some human will look at. I wonder, can I have that job? And
it depends. Do you want to see nude photos of Eric?
No, thanks.
Oh, have you been revenge porn, Eric? You've been a victim of revenge porn?
Not lately.
Not lately.
See, in my day, we didn't have digital, so you could just rip up the photos.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, but I think at the end of the day, and the bottom line is, don't get a photo of yourself taken like in that, unless it's a secret camera or something.
With someone you know.
But you just don't take
even
photos.
With someone you know, it gets out. People hack your phone. I mean, just don't take nude photos.
They become an ex. A lot of the revenge ones are for exes. So
yeah. But that's how that's going on anyway. So anyway, that Facebook wants nude photos of you. Anything to add to that, Milo?
Me.
I can see why they want to do it, but then they have a lot of these photos, like people breastfeeding and, normal photos that people want to have on, their kids and stuff, and they won't even allow that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it gets a bit tricky, but that's, but anyway.
I haven't got kids, so I don't have to worry about it, but for you guys that have got kids, it's scary times, especially with the age limits now that kids are getting onto Facebook. You don't want your kids to see that stuff either.
Well, it's still 13, isn't it? That you
I don't know.
You should be allowed on. Yeah, my kids aren't getting on until they're 13. Yeah, stuff.
Yeah, I think Twitch TV is 13 or 14 before you can.
I think my daughter got on Facebook when she was about 9.
Yeah, right. Well, with an account. Yeah, right. I won't let mine.
Box, I am definitely 13. Yes.
No, I don't let mine do that. I go no. But they're on Snapchat. Is that worse? I don't know. Now tell me, this is the last story for the week, unless anyone's got anything else. But and thanks that Eric is here tonight, because he might have a bit to add to this one. Now, Foxtel Now, you subscribed to that a little while ago, didn't you, Eric? But
it was rubbish.
Yeah, found it not too good. But now they've released a puck, a $99 puck. Which
what was that?
A what?
A puck.
What did you call me, son?
Yeah, $99. That's pretty cheap. Pretty. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, a black puck. It's That's what they're selling. I'll get a picture. Oh, I can't show you a picture, but I'll try to. Now, it's audience can now access Foxtel programming as well as local free-to-air channels and other subscription services without having to switch between inputs. So it's just like a little, I don't know, Apple TV sort of device where that it's just you can access your Foxtel through it, your free-to-air through it, your not Netflix yet. They're in talks with Netflix, but Stan and I don't know, whatever else there is.
I've used Foxtel Now on the iPad. It was okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But the only problem I have with this $99 puck is that I can't see, or actually tick that it does do HD, but cross that I can't see that, like, you can't record anything on it. So
that's the only problem I had.
Yeah, the whole beauty about Foxtel for me, the whole Foxtel world changed with the IQ box when you could record stuff. Because otherwise, you had to be at home to watch your show. Like
that's what they want. That's what they want, so you can watch the ads.
Yeah.
Who does it?
IQ box, you just fast forward the ads.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And
that's why I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Because I can't record anything.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get that either. But I was only telling someone this morning, in Sydney there's been a bit of a hoo-ha about the World Cup, and it's not been advertised properly, and it's left, the stadiums with empty seats and, embarrassingly empty seats at the stadiums and all this sort of stuff. But it's, for me, I'm finding that it's the same with everything, like, say, cricket, the footy and everything. But I've come to realise it's because I'm not, if I record anything like off the TV, I'm not seeing any ads because I'm fast forwarding the ads. And if I'm not watching the recording from TV, I'm watching it off a streaming service. So I'm not seeing ads. And I think the ads are, although they're painful, they were probably really informative and told you what was going on in the world, as well as
Well, the only time I saw ads is like if I watch reruns of The Block or something, like if I missed an episode of The Block and I was watching that, on the iPad on the 9 now, which is bloody awful anyway. You get a couple of ads at the start, I think, isn't it? Or
yeah,
at the end or something.
Sometimes they load them up. Same with 10 play, and other times you can go right through without seeing an ad.
Yeah.
I just remember the old days when Foxtel first came out. There were no ads. So
that's what you paid the subscription for.
And they had TV. One had all the best TV shows like Night Rider and the A-Team and all that stuff back then.
And now it's just
And
all
wrestling without
NCIS.
ads.
Yeah, it's all NCIS.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll get before we go, I'll get this up and show you a picture of the puck. Just the pic, just to make the video complete, So
It's nice that they're not just got their own service on there, but you can install other apps and watch other streaming services as well.
yeah. Oh, look, there you go. The story I had that didn't have a picture of it. How exciting! I'll have to Google it. The Fox.
Google it.
I'll put.
It's in the show notes. It's got the picture.
I'll go. Yeah, I know, but I didn't get that. I can't copy it from there. I'll go Puck Foxtel. And
Yes,
on the floor.
everybody thinks like Foxtel.
and we'll see if we can get. There's a picture of it. There we go.
Oh, it's like an Apple TV thingy.
Yeah, it's
Looks
just
like a Google Home.
Yeah, it does actually. It
Yeah,
reminds me of a Google Home. Yeah, there we go. There it is there. But anyway, that's what it
in
is.
these things now.
That's what, sorry?
You just
People
need a
be
generic
thinking
one
in their
that
house
you
and
can...
going, okay, Google.
Yeah, I honestly, I will only buy that if I could change the name. I don't want to walk into a house and say, "Hey Google,"
Yeah.
everyone's gonna think you're like a nerd alert. Hello. I want to change the name. Like I want to call it Jarvis out of Iron Man.
Hey, sexy.
I'll call it Jarvis.
Jarvis. Yeah.
Guess what I got through the week?
Jarvis.
Just to finish off with. No.
Google Home Mini.
I bought a Sonos speaker.
Is it in the box? Is it still in the box?
No way. No way. Not that little baby. No, it's out. It's out of the box.
You sure?
Yep, I've been listening to it. It's
Pixar
so
doesn't
good.
happen.
It's so good. I got the Play 5 version 2, and I tell you, I can just sit there all day listening to that thing. It is so beautiful.
Pix, please.
Listen to your own voice.
Yeah, I play the show on it. Yeah, I do a special recording. Just of me, and then just play it back.
And
In
it
a
says,
loop.
Hey, Glenn, you're looking pretty good today. Have you been working out? Gosh.
It says
That'll be the theory of the future.
it's my self motivator. That's right. But yeah, look, if you're ever looking for a good speaker, go and look at those things. They are fantastic.
Can't you get more than one? You can link it all up together.
Yep. And you
have playing the
That's what I
same
wanna
thing
do.
in both speakers, or you can have different things playing on each speaker. Is that
That's
right?
right. Yeah, yep. You can say, I want this song, or I want to play this over there in the lounge room, and I want to play this over there in the kitchen. I want to play this over there upstairs, or this out there at the pool. Whatever you want to do. That's great. Great. But I've only got one, so they're pretty expensive, so I can only do
Can you
one.
hook it up to the TV so you can listen to the football coming out of the Sonos?
Yes, you need another device, a couple of hundred, I think it
Right.
might be, and
Ooh, ouch.
so you just got to get the sound into it, and then
The
that will,
receiver.
yeah,
Oh, it's like an out, audio in, audio out. Okay.
yeah,
All
and
right.
then once you get the audio into it, then it will wirelessly go to the speaker.
Does it have like a bass speaker? Then you'd spread them all out, like Eric was saying.
Well, no, it's like it's got about 16 speakers or something in it. I'll show you a picture. Play 5, and I'll see if I can get a picture of one. Sonos.
Oh yeah.
See, try
Which
this
one did you get?
Yeah, this Play 5 Gen 2. So it fills a large room with pure, brilliant sound. Let's see if I can go down here. Let's see if I can play this. See if we can hear this video. Oh, you probably won't hear it, actually.
Probably won't know.
But we might get a look at... When they take that cover off, there's about... oh, come on, internet.
You need the NBN.
Oh, I know. This is going a bit
Hurry
slow.
up. Come on, Glenn.
Yeah,
I don't know why you're holding out against it. You should just purchase it.
Oh, look. Well, that's obviously not going to work. That's a YouTube video. It's not even... It's not coming through. All right, we'll stuff that. Let's see if I got a
See,
picture.
see if
There
the
you go.
video I just messaged you in Facebook
There
comes
you go.
up.
There we go. That's what's inside one. So you got a few little speakers inside it.
Oh, I see.
So it's
They're all
got...
facing different directions. That makes sense.
So you got your tweeters, you got your bass, I guess, you got everything. But geez, it sounds good. It sounds really good. If you need one, Eric, you go get one of these little puppies. Or
All right,
go
I'll think about that.
go down the JB Hi-Fi and have a listen to one. So good.
Can you say, hey, Sonos,
No, you can't.
what's the capital of Australia?
Not yet. What did you send me, Warlock, in a link?
Yeah,
Where to?
Facebook Messenger.
Oh, what did you send me? Revenge
A new
porn.
advertisement from Samsung Galaxy. There's
All right, g'day everyone, and welcome to episode 558 of Aussie Tech Edge. Yes, we're back for another week. It is the 9th of November, 2017, and what's coming up pretty soon is Remembrance Day. So don't forget to do your minute silence at 11 a.m. No matter where you are, stand up and remember the fallen. That'd be good little tech heads of you. All right, thanks for joining us. You would have heard, yes, the athwebhosting.com.au, Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting. Jump on that if you want some domain registrations. Easy WordPress install, easy Joomla install, easy Drupal install. It's all there. Just take it as you wish. All right, we've got a few stories to get through tonight, and I'll tell you about the Facebooks and all that again a bit later, because we want to get into the co-hosts tonight. We've got a bit of a full house. We'll go around the table, but I'll tell you who's here first. It is Warlock as usual. Eric's back for a week, and Milo. But let's start with Warlock, because he's first. Jace, how you going?
Hey, good mate. Yeah, we got a special show on our radio station this weekend. Usually we have about a few shows a day, but there's a lady who's going to start in the morning and do Remembrance Day for the whole day, so it should be really good.
Okay, so what does she do?
The whole day's going to be silent.
Yes.
Well, that
You
makes
need
sense.
to listen to the sounds of silence.
Yes. Makes
Wasn't that a song?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And I'm just turning my headphones down because people are screaming in them. Now, staff.
breeze.
Come
Yeah.
visit again sometime.
Yes, yes.
See you next semester.
Yeah. And thanks.
Oh, no, that's the last one, isn't it?
Oh, he'll be
God,
back.
no.
He's next year.
No.
And thanks, Milo. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you again.
No way. Thanks for having us.
And Jace Warlock, always good to see you. Thanks for coming in. All right, so it's always good to be heard by you guys as well. So thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading. And yeah, keep it pumping.
Thanks for putting up with this crap.
keep it pumping. Get a Sonos. All right.
We love you all.
We love you all.
Don't forget Remembrance Day and have a good week. Okay, cheers everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.